Hi there. I hope you're having a great night. This is the first chance that I have had to go live today, and I said earlier today that I was going to go live so that I could share a few tips about how to handle what I'm calling healthy habit haters. And I'm going to explain what I mean by that. I'm also kind of realizing how bad my lighting is in here now that it is not daytime, and so I hope that you guys can see me okay. For those of you who don't know who I am and you're watching, you're tuning in, hello and thank you. My name is Lindy Galt, and I am an online health and fitness coach, and my passion is helping other women to live transformed lives by sharing about topics that are important to me, and a couple of those topics are fitness and nutrition. And so I wanted to come online tonight to share some tips for how to handle what I'm calling healthy habit haters. And so we all have these people in our lives, and maybe we've even been this person to someone else. It's the people who, whether they mean to or not, they tend to drag you down when you're trying to work towards healthier habits in your life, whether you're trying to exercise more or you're trying to eat better. They tend to give you a hard time about it, or they try to nudge you to eat things that you don't want to eat while you're trying to focus on your nutrition, or maybe they try to get you to skip your workout to do something fun with them when you are really focused on getting your workout in that day. And I wanted to give you some tips for how to handle this, and I can't actually take credit for these tips. I actually read a blog today where I got these great tips, and the blog was from Beachbody, and I wanted to just share them with you. So first of all, you shouldn't be expected to consume things that you don't want to, or to overeat, or to skip your workout in order to demonstrate camaraderie. So you should take the guilt away from yourself right there, first and foremost, because doing those things doesn't mean that you're a better friend, and your friends shouldn't expect you to do those things for a sense of camaraderie. So make sure that first of all you take that off of the table. And then the tips that I have for you as far as how you handle these situations. So, when you have someone who says, oh, are you dieting? Or why aren't you eating that? Or you're thin enough, those kinds of things, even when you have a goal that you're focused on. Here's my first tip. You can say something as simple as, it may seem silly to you, but this is my decision because, and then explain to them what it is that you're doing and why it is that you are doing it. So basically by doing this, you're owning it. You're telling them, I've made this decision. It's important to me. It may seem silly to you, but here's why I'm doing it. Also, keep in mind that their attack, quote unquote attack, is not about you, it's about them. A lot of times when people are making healthier decisions, healthier choices, they're improving their habits, it highlights something in someone else where they feel like they're not doing well in that area. Or maybe it's a soft spot for them because they failed in that area in the past. I mean, I've been guilty of doing this as well to people because maybe a friend of mine is being more disciplined than I have been, and it helps me to feel better. So people do that often. So remember that it's not about you, it's about them when this happens. The other thing that you can say is, this isn't about, quote unquote, being thin. It's about, and then explain what it is. Too often, people assume that if somebody is working on a healthy habit, that they're incorporating exercise or they're trying to eat healthier, that it's because they want to look a certain way, or they want to weigh a certain amount, or they want to be thin, or whatever. And our health and fitness has to do with so many more areas than just how we look. So you can explain to them, hey, this isn't actually about being thin, this is about X. And maybe for you, it's something like feeling better, or having more energy, or figuring out what it is that's causing my fatigue, which might be something that you're eating. Maybe it's figuring out what is causing your pain. For me, that's something that came up. I was trying to eliminate gluten from my diet, and I did have a few people that were like, why are you going gluten-free? Do you have celiac disease? And I said, no, but I've heard that gluten can cause inflammation. And I'm trying to figure out what's causing my chronic pain, so I'm trying to eliminate that from my diet. So explaining to them what it is, a lot of times when people understand the reasoning behind something, they have a totally different perspective. Your reasoning might be as simple as, I'm trying to be more disciplined in this area, and your friend or your family needs to respect that. And then I wanted to give you a couple of tips for how you can handle it when you're in situations where food is involved and you're around these people who maybe aren't supporting your healthy habits, or maybe they are healthy habit haters. One of the things you can do is not eat whatever it is that would go against your nutrition habits, but ask for seconds of something that is in line with them. Because a lot of times I hear from a lot of my clients that they don't want to offend someone by turning down a certain food that was made at a dinner they were at. But you could turn that one down, but then ask for seconds of something else, which is a compliment to them, right? That's a great way to say, hey, I really appreciate this meal. I loved that. Could I have seconds of that? A second thing is if you're out to eat with friends and everybody wants to get appetizers or desserts, those are a lot of the places where we have pitfalls because they want to share with the entire table. You could pass on appetizers by having a snack ahead of time and say that you are not, you don't need extra food. You're gonna have just your meal because you actually had a snack earlier, and you can pass on appetizers that way. A lot of times appetizers tend to carry a lot of extra calories in them. And then for dessert, you could say, yeah, I would love to have dessert. If we all share, I'll have a couple of bites. Rather than every single person at the table getting a dessert and you feeling like you have to get one. Offer to share, or maybe the whole table can have one, and then you can have a couple bites. You're completely in control of that. And then you've still participated in the social part of gathering with friends for eating. And then my last tip is, just don't eat out with friends who don't support you. If you notice a common trend that every time you are out to eat and there's a friend that is not supporting your nutrition habits or what it is that you're working towards, then I would recommend that you don't go out to eat with them. That doesn't mean don't be friends with them anymore, but maybe that's a friend that you go to the movies with or you get a manicure with, but it's not somebody that you go out to eat with anymore. So I hope these simple tips help you. Like I said, I can't take credit for them. I did get them out of a blog that I read today by Beachbody, but I thought they were great tips to pass along because it is something that I encounter with my clients a lot, that they get a lot of resistance from people in their lives about the changes that they're making and trying to exercise and make better choices with nutrition. If you guys have any questions, please let me know. Again, sorry about the lighting. I'm used to making my videos during the daytime when there's a lot of sunlight coming in through the windows. But if you have any questions, please let me know. I can see those after the broadcast as well. And feel free to share this video with anyone else that you think may benefit from it. I hope you have a great evening. Thanks for watching.